Her special interest is actually in children's nutrition, emotional, and psychological health. Yes, please help me welcome Dr. Chanda Oy. Hi, Doc.
Hi, Cherise. Good evening. Hello. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for inviting me to be here tonight. That's right. I'm here in Valencia City, Bukidnon, practicing as a general pediatrician. I'm also part of this community for many years now.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your time tonight, Dr. Chanda. Okay, let's start the ball rolling. My first question to you is, what does super immunity mean for kids, and is it achievable?
Okay, that's a very good question, not just for the parents, but also for other individuals supporting kids, no? So not just the parents, but also the grandparents, the titos, the titas. Because here in the Philippines, it's not just the parents who are raising the kids, but the whole clan. So super immunity means being healthy, so free from diseases, developing at par with age, with the bracket of the kids, and also has the capacity to fight the infection in the future. Not just to fight, but to conquer the infection. So in general, it's being healthy at present and preparing for the future health. So is it
Wow.
achievable? Yes, it is achievable, though it is the interplay of a lot of factors. So it's achievable with a combination of many factors, not just nutrition, but other areas.
Like a holistic areas.
And
Okay. Yeah, let's discuss about one portion. What foods best support a strong immune system in children?
okay, when we talk about children, we talk about the school age group because in pediatrics, it's from the newborn up to 18 years old. So in general, we highly recommend a variety of foods. So mainly the fruits, the vegetables, okay? It's easier said than make it happen in reality. So for the fruits, we highly encourage to offer different types, different colors. And for the vegetables, preferably the green ones. So we know for the kids now there's something of green that they don't like to eat that is green. But I highly encourage the parents to be to have the initiative and to have the patience to offer the fruits and vegetables many, many times until the kid will try it. So I will also emphasize the importance of the protein sources. So they need to eat not just chicken. They also need to eat the pork, the fish, eggs also a good source for proteins. And for some parents who are very conscious about the food choices, they are giving their kids nuts. So that's also a good option. For the fruits and vegetables, I suggest for the parents or for the caregivers to be patient and to have that initiative. So it's not really to offer everything at once. So it's okay to offer one color at a time. So example, for the fruits, banana, and then the next day you can offer the grapes, the apple. So that's good enough. And for the vegetable, you can offer it mixed with other foods, not just plain vegetables. So example, scrambled egg with vegetables. Or you can make a shake or smoothies. So that is something attractive to the kids.
Yeah. Another question is, when I was actually bringing up my kid, there is this go grow and glow, and there was this advice that you need to have 5 to 9 servings of fruits and vegetables, which I'm not sure if it's actually achievable. But if it is not, are there any specific vitamins or supplements that can help to achieve this optimal requirement?
I agree, Charis, no? That's most of the few of the common questions at clinic. Doc, my kids do not like to eat fruits and vegetables. It's very hard to feed them. So the first recommendation is to really give the real fruits and vegetables. But for me personally, I have kids. No, it's really hard. So it's more even challenging in my case. So years ago, I found this Nutrilite concentrated fruits and vegetables. So in just one tablet, you have the nutrients, the vitamins and the phytonutrients that you can get from 5 different fruits and vegetables. Ideally, you should offer it every day. The 5 colors, the green, the yellow, the orange, the red, the rainbow colors. But if it's hard, I highly recommend to give the supplement tablet. So for the new ones, you can ask those who invited you, what is that one tablet with already 5 fruits and vegetables? So is it helping? Yes, very much for me as a mother and as a pediatrician. Because at the end of the day, uh, I am sure that my kid is taking the recommended nutrients. But what is not there is the fiber, because you cannot get it from the tablet. You have really to take the real fruits and vegetables.
I see. Thank you for that. Thank you for that um, suggestion and recommendation about Nutrilite concentrated fruits and vegetables. Thank you. Let's go to how important is sleep for immune function in kids, and how many hours should this as kids sleep? By
Okay.
the way,
Yes. Supposedly, sleep is not a concern for kids because before it's natural for the kids to go to sleep longer compared with adults. But with the more complex education program and with the social media available and with all that is happening in the society, the sleep of the kids are getting shorter and disturbed. So how important it is very important. There's even an article that said sleep is a good health insurance because if you have a good sleep, you are like putting investment for your health. So sleep can increase your immunity because it's during the sleep time, no, that your white blood cells are more active. They regain their function to kill the bacteria or the microorganism. So specifically because there are different type of white blood cells or soldiers in our body, no? The macrophage, the one that is engulfing the bad bacteria and viruses, they are stronger if we have enough sleep. And aside from that, during the sleep, there's a release of the growth hormone. And we know that growth hormone is good for the kids, for the bone, and for the muscle building. How many hours? The most controversial are for the school age, no, for the elementary. The recommended number of hours is minimum 9 hours per day for elementary kids, and for high school, 8 hours per day. So for the parents, count the number of hours.
and that is minimum.
Minimum. Okay.
Wow. But yeah, Ryan said too much screen time. That's why. So if we are not sleeping, can we make bawi at the weekend? You know, normally kids would sleep longer. Would that be beneficial? Would that help?
Yes, that's the practice for some kids, no, to make an excuse. It's okay to sleep late during the weekdays and bawi it during the weekends. It is not recommended because there is a different pattern in our body. So it is during the night, during the sleeping hours during the night that we recover. And you cannot, kumbaga, you cannot hindi mo puwedeng lokohin yung body mo that it's nighttime during the daytime. Okay. So, I know it's difficult. I have kids and my clients every day are kids, no? And their parents complaining about it and getting mad to their kids why not getting enough sleep. But it's a reality for us to face nowadays. So, parents, if your kids are sleeping in different rooms, please check if they are really sleeping, even if the lights are turned off. Please check if they are really sleeping to check their gadgets. Because I have many patients, especially teenagers. They got admitted because of stress, lack of sleep. They see they got sick. So when we dig deeper with the history, they sleep at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning during school days, no? Aside from the school works, social media, and online games. So it's a reality.
Hmm. Yeah, it's prevalent nowadays,
Ryan,
especially with social media.
yeah, no, sorry. Just we're having a bit of challenge with the internet of Charisse. She's now in Palawan. So anyway, Charisse, go ahead. Sorry.
Yes. Okay. Am I coming loud and clear now? All right. Doc Chanda, you were speaking earlier about the stress and social media stress and screen time stress. How does this stress affect a child's immune system?
Yeah. The question is, na-stress ba yung mga kids? Oh, yes, they are more stressed. Even even they are more stressed now with this environment that we have. So different sources of stressors from their home and from school, from their peers, no? So from the school, the complex mode of teaching, so the expectations from the parents and their peers, supposedly before, peers our group for encouragement and for fun. But now there's such thing as comparison, competition, no? So from their home, so kids, there's this generation gap. Na the kids are totally different from their parents. So sometimes parents need to accept that we are in a different society now. So they behave differently, but doesn't mean that they're bad. We just have to meet halfway. So the kids are complaining, my mother can't understand, always mad. So na-stress sila, whether at school, at home, or with their peers. So even my colleague mentioned na the type of shoes that you want to wear, no, is a form of stress because they have to match it with their clothing and the occasion. Before, there's no such thing as form of stress like that. So how the stress can affect the immunity? It will release the stress hormones. So we have the cortisol, the norepinephrine, and we know that chronic level of stress hormones can lead to inflammation. So inflammatory disease like allergies, bronchial asthma, yung dating hindi mga asthmatic, nagkaka-asthma sila if they're stressed. They cannot sleep well because of the increased adrenaline. And aside from that, the cortisol and the norepinephrine will disturb the immunity, the immune cells itself, and the hormonal humoral factor of the immunity. So less antibodies, poor response of the immune cells. Aside from that, they will also engage in stress-related behaviors, so stress eating. And also some teenagers, they are into smoking and other vices.
Okay. Can we call it like common household habits that can weaken a child's immune system? Those things that you just mentioned?
Yes, yes. So especially for the parents, they have to, or caregivers or family members, you have to watch out what are those common habits that can contribute to the weakening of the kid's immune system. So number one is the environment. Are you in an environment that is safe? So some are living in a very maalikabok, so near a factory, so you need to check on that. The practices, so the eating habits of the family. Are you eating, if you are encouraging your kids to eat fruits and vegetables, are you serving the fruits and vegetables on the table every day? So I asked the parents, you daddy, are you eating fruits and vegetables? Because you cannot tell your kids to eat if you are not doing it. You have to do it 10 times before the kid will do it once. So you have to be a very, good model. So what else? Physical activities. So for the elementary and high school, you need to be active 60 minutes per day. So be it structured, meaning basketball, football, or non-structured, just running, dancing, playing with other classmates, it's okay. So 60 minutes per day. And what else? Hydration. So we need to give them clear liquids. So when I told them minimum of 8 glasses per day, not milk tea, not the sodas, but preferably the clear fluids. Minimum 8 glasses per day. They can even go higher. So then sleep. So if regarding with the sleep, no, I encourage to make it the household to be suitable for the kids to sleep. So at 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock, they have to, the parents, I told them to turn off the TV na if they want the kids to sleep at 8 o'clock. And they have to be with their kids in the room, not just tell them go inside the room and sleep. Okay, so it should be also the habit of the family members.
Yeah, because kids nowadays can sneak in their mobile phones and their tablets and extend their sleeping activity. Yeah, are there any other natural remedies or home practices that can help boost immunity?
Yes, yes. Natural remedies, giving them the fresh fruits and vegetables. It's so easy to say, but I encourage for the family members to make it intentional. So to make it part of their activity, punta sa palengke, mag-grocery, to make it really a priority to buy the fruits and vegetables that the kids like. Hindi yung gusto nila, kundi they have to ask the kids, what do you like? Watermelon, orange, apple. So they have to make it intentional and offer it, no? What else? A good option also is a yogurt because it's a good source of calcium, probiotics. It can enhance the gut immunity. So, what else? Natural activities with the family. So, make it intentional during the weekend, or they have to make a schedule. They will really go out to have this physical activity. So, not just nagsiswim yung bata, dapat kasama din yung parents. So I told them that, ang sabi ng mga parents, do we have to act like kids? I think yes, because you're dealing with the kids. So for them kasi it's so tiring to go around, to move around with a toddler.
Yeah. All right. You mentioned about natural remedies and being intentional about it, like the fruits and vegetables prepare. Would you consider like fruits and vegetables that are actually prepared and in a Tetra Pak that you can find in the supermarket, would that be beneficial also? Because we considered it freshly made, you know, those Tetra Paks that you can buy from the supermarket, are they good enough?
If it's fresh, it's okay. If it's not processed ones, it's okay. Fresh fruits and vegetables. But ideally speaking, we know that 30 minutes after picking the fruits and vegetables from their roots, there is a decline of the nutrients. So we know that the apple is there for weeks and even months. So we are aware that we are eating apple. It's good, but we know that the nutrients is down to around 20 to 30% na lang. Okay, the oranges, so we know that it's from other places or countries, no? So we are taking the orange with the nutrients that is around 20 to 30%. But as a pediatrician, I'm consider it as a good job. It at least they are taking that selected fruits and vegetables. You can start with that.
Yeah. Well, thank you for touching that portion that it has to be fresh. And another thing is that if it's actually imported, the nutrients are down to 30 already, because it has been actually our practice, my practice personally, and my family, that we buy fruits that are actually from the Philippines, like even the banana and the pineapple, because they're, I think, more juicier and more nutritious than getting apple that doesn't have any juice anymore. You cannot juice the apple anymore. Yeah. Thank you so much. There's another one that you mentioned about physical activity. What role does physical activity play in strengthening immunity?
Okay. That's a very good question because we highly encourage our kids to move around the whole body, not just the fingers during e-games or social media browsing. Okay. Physical activity is good to build up the immune system because it increases the immunity or the immune cells activity. So, the immune cells are made up of different type of cells. They are just like armies, uh, navies, no, yung mga different type of soldiers. So we have sa totoong mga soldier, we have the Navy, we have the armies, we have the scout rangers. So ganun din yung mga immune cells, different types. And different types of cells are stimulated with the different activities. So yung physical activity can enhance the natural killer cells or the strong armies in our body. So if you have a good physical activity, you have the stronger immune system. So it goes back to your natural killer cells. So there is one, I read one article. It's about the natural killer cells. So if you exercise enough, you have younger group of killer cells, or they're more active. So it can even engulf cancer cells. So that's why we recommend the standard physical activity. But not too much, because too much also can produce free
All right.
radicals.
We have a question here. Free radical. Okay. Athletes have to get their daily vitamin D. How much sunlight should kids have to get their daily vitamin D? What can I do if child isn't getting enough?
Okay. Vitamin D can be sunlight can stimulate the body to produce vitamin D. It's not really that the vitamin D is from the sunlight. It can stimulate our body to produce more vitamin D. It's a very confusing recommendation kung how much because we are in different countries, different intensity of sunlight, no. So, but what is recommended is to expose your body, not really intentionally, but to go out, no. So while you do gardening, you do walking, so you're already exposing to the sunlight. So I don't know the exact number of hours or minutes because it depends on the day, time of the day. Some recommend around 10 o'clock in the morning because that's a good time, but it's too hot already here in the Philippines. So the parents are complaining, Dok, masunog man akong anak. It's too hot. So we highly recommend na lang for the babies to expose them as soon as there is sunlight around 7 o'clock. So around 15 to 20 minutes and that's it for that day.
Yeah.
So
And it has been practiced in the Philippines for ages that we took our babies out as soon as the sunlight is out, actually.
yes, that's right.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Doc Chanda, for that. I think we've covered most of the child's immunity. Is there anything that you want to add or want to give our audience as a reminder and suggestions?
Okay. As a pediatrician, as a mom, no, we have this ideal setup and the real life setup. So in the clinic, it's ideal to talk about nutrition, to talk about its health, what to do. But when you go home, there the real life begins because the kids are not just small small body. They have their own thinking. They can say yes or no. Even if you explain that it's good, it's you have to take it. What if they will say no? You cannot force them. So I encourage for the parents and caregivers to have the patience and to understand the kids. And please bear in mind that maybe it's a good timing for you to feed, but it's not for them. Maybe so you have to consider also the mindset, the mood, and the condition of the kids. Okay, and for the parents not to give up, to give the good health condition for the kids. Sometimes it seems it's not working because we are giving good foods, fruits, vegetables, we are giving the supplements, no? Nagkakasakit pa rin sila, but we are building the right foundation of their health. So they will get sick. Yes, of course they will get sick, but it's not as severe compared to those with poor nutrition. And it is not just for the current health condition of the kids. It's also a preparation during their adulthood to prevent cardiac diseases, arthritis, diabetes, cancers, and other problems.
All right. Thank you, Doc Chanda, for that recommendations and guidelines for us. Okay. This I think we have come to the end of our discussion, and I think this session is made possible by CCG community and brought to us by our partner Nutrilite. We have our yes. We'll introduce Nutrilite to our guests and audiences.
Colorful fruits and veggies from all 5 colors of the food groups are what make up our super awesome Nutrilite Kids Daily Multivitamin Chewable Tablets. Hey, kids like stuff that tastes really good. That's why our chewable tablets come in a great strawberry orange flavor. Plus, they've got spinach and blueberries from our NutriCert farms and are jam-packed with 18 vitamins and minerals, plus 6 Nutrilite plant concentrates that help support kids' immune systems, eye health, and build strong bones. Nutrilite Kids Daily Multivitamin Chewable Tablets, the tasty solution to fill your little one's daily dietary gaps. Nutrilite Kids. We grow plants so you can grow kids.
Hi there! I'm an acerola cherry, one of the main components of Nutrilite Acerola C. I was harvested from the certified organic Nutrilite farm in Brazil, where they follow organic and sustainable farming practices to get the benefits of every produce. It is maintained and nurtured by farmers to have a good and healthy farm environment. So carefully chosen seeds of acerola cherries can be planted and grown. Amazing, isn't it? Acerola cherries are a good source of vitamin C. Each chewable tablet contains 67 milligrams of acerola concentrates, as well as citrus extracts that provide phytonutrient benefits. And as a bonus, it has a delicious cherry flavor. So that's me, Acerola C chewable tablet from Nutrilite.